Bitcoin right now is at a major critical point. If we push below this $98,000 support, that is a big signal to show the probability of the bull run ending is high. Whereas if we're able to break above this $16,000 small resistance, really the bull run is back on. And we have the chance to go to $150,000 to even $200,000. I have some of the latest price news. I have some of the latest price action to go over for Bitcoin. So don't forget to smash the like and subscribe on this new channel. Let's not waste any more time. One thing I want to cover on the short-term price action for Bitcoin, just on the hourly chart, look how much volatility we're having in just basically less than a 24-hour period. We're up from 107 all the way back to 114, all the way back down to 107. There's a lot of volatility in the market. It's really actually showing that this could be the setup for the next major bull run because a lot of volatility, a lot of volume. There's been a lot of buying from institutions. This could be the exact setup that we are looking for. So, especially as I was pointing out before, there's really two major key zones that we have to focus on right now for BTC, Bitcoin. Now, if we do get a run below this 98,000, really the $100,000 mark is the major line in the sand. If we get a break below, this is the confirmation that the bull trend is now finalized or potentially finalized, and we're now beginning that overall bearish market after we made this push to all-time highs 125. But it looks like, which is quite common, a fake out where we get price to push all-time highs, but really it's actually used as sell volume and we get a huge cascading to the downside, which has exactly happened. So we're basically stuck between the trading range because if we're then able to get a push to this $116,000 zone and above, what's very likely is the push above, then we'll use this 116,000 as support for then that rocket ship to $150,000. Now, why am I expecting $150,000, even $200,000 for Bitcoin? Well, right here, I have a chart that I do want to follow with you. Gold followed the global liquidity. Bitcoin, is it to catch up next? 150 to 180K in Q4 of 2025. So here we have three charts. We have the main white chart, which is global liquidity. That's basically the supply of money that's coming into the world. And it's showing even since early 2025 and then now projected into early 2026 right here. The global money supply or the global liquidity is continuously rising. Federal reserves are printing money, increasing the global liquidity, increasing the global supply of money. And what's happened as a correlation, gold here is really following the overall global liquidity as we're getting major deposits or major printings, major increases in the global liquidity. Gold follows that major global liquidity increase. Now, what we're also seeing now in this orange chart is Bitcoin is clearly lagging behind. Global liquidity has shot up. The money supply has shot crazily up. Gold is up huge in just 2025 or even just the last couple of years since 2023. But Bitcoin has failed to follow this global liquidity. And the lagging trade right here would be for Bitcoin to catch up as it's basically digital gold and very much follows the global liquidity because the whole reason that Bitcoin was even created was to get away from this whole money printing, this Federal Reserve, this inflationary environment, going back to the core roots of money. As it seems likely that Bitcoin is going to have a strong increase as gold following this global liquidity. So coming back to the chart, we do need to see that continuation to this $116,000 zone. This would confirm to me the bull trend is back on. We're making higher highs and higher lows, at least on the short term. Whereas right now, if we do move down to the hourly chart, we can see for quite some time when we scroll out, we were just making lower lows, lower highs, continuous lower highs, lower lows, and lower lows. Whereas now, there is a small chance we're seeing a lot of movement in this current price section as I spoke. 98,000 to 116,000 is really a key zone. And we're right in the middle of that. So basically $10,000 below or $10,000 above. Really, that trading range is very significant right now. Another thing I want to point out is I've been saying in early 2026, I do expect a bear market across all assets. And here, let's actually have a look at this. 150 years ago, a farmer from Ohio published this chart on when to make money. This chart is proven remarkably accurate in the past. Told us when to exit the market in 2007, right before the 2008 crash. It's now indicating that 2026 will be a year of good times and probably a great time to sell and take profits. So here we can see the overall chart. A, years in which panics have occurred and will occur again, so great times to sell. B, years of good times, high prices, and times to sell and values of all kind. Then C, years of hard times, low prices, and good times to buy. So where are we right now? B, times of good years, high prices, but also a time to sell stocks. And that's actually signaling that 2026 is going to be that perfect year to get out. This has been very significant as we've seen 2007. It also called the 2020. And right here, it's calling 2026 to be a strong bearish year. But I am expecting this last major push to catch up the global liquidity before we then do have this event in, say, Q1 of 2026. Another point I wanted to cover is the overall Bitcoin dominance as a percentage of total crypto market caps. Bitcoin's right now at roughly 60% of the total cryptocurrency market cap. Overall, it definitely looks like we're going to get another continuation to the downside. Potentially, we'll see Bitcoin dominance spike up another time, actually reach this overall average price before I'm expecting another continuation. What that actually means and why I'm pointing this out is that we are expected to have another alt season, another meme coin season late in this Q4 or even early of Q1 of 2026. Because as Bitcoin dominance increases, what we see is altcoins, Solana, meme coins, Binance Smart Chain, BNB, we'll see those coins perform less profitably than Bitcoin. But if we see Bitcoin dominance decrease, it means that money's actually flowing out into altcoins, into meme coins. And that's what we really want to see in the final phase of this bull run, because it's going to give us a large, major run on altcoins, some of them up 10, 15, 20x. And then before the end of that bull run that I have pointed out. Another interesting chart that most people are not looking at is the total crypto market cap, excluding the top 10. So taking out Bitcoin, taking out Solana, taking out Ethereum. Overall, it's actually potentially looking a little bit bearish. Look at this strong bearish candle to the downside. We actually saw more than a 50% drop in overall price in overall altcoins. It's showing there's not much liquidity in coins outside of the top 10 if they're making huge price dips. What we're really stuck in is a form of a trading range where price is failing to break below the lows, but also failing to break above the highs. Right now, we're right in the midpoint of this trading range, and I hate to trade right in the midpoint. I'd rather take a short above or buys below. The midpoint is a really tough point to be trading and shows that actually where a lot of the majority of profitable trades could be right now is within the top 10 cryptos until we get that breakout, we get that alt season, we get that final meme coin season later this year. Now, this is a super interesting post and goes over exactly why a lot of young people aren't into Bitcoin. A lot of people right now, they have no money. Society has robbed them of a future. Everything's so expensive, inflation, low wages. Two, the ROI on Bitcoin is enough for those with capital. But if you have, say, 5K, you'd rather take your chance with 100Xs. And this is what I have found even with personal friends who've wanted to get into crypto. They've had something like 5K and they say, oh, the returns on Bitcoin just isn't enough. I'd rather put it into an altcoin, into a meme coin to get 20X, 50X, 100X. A 5X return on Bitcoin really isn't enough because I don't have enough capital. So what happens is, 3, the financial education is generally poor. 4, because of point 1, they have no money. Society has robbed them. They end up turning into communists. Not much else to say. This is basically the fiat system. I've actually found this to be very, very true myself. But going back to point 3, financial education is the key point here, where even if you only have 5K, continuously investing in Bitcoin, let's say doing $100 a week or some type of strategy, you don't need to be a millionaire to actually employ a millionaire's strategy in terms of investing for Bitcoin. So there we have it for Bitcoin and the crypto market. Gone over all of the latest news and where I'm expecting prices to go. We're currently in a major critical point. Push above 116K puts us back into the bull market. A push below 100K is signaling the end of this bull trend for Bitcoin. If you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.